Anyway, when I originally was going to review this book, it had around 2,000 ratings, but now it's like 3,000 ratings, but I promised to review it, so I'm still going to review it. So, okay, today I'm reviewing TransAtlantic by Colum McCann. This book was published by Random House in June of 2013. It has 304 pages, and it has around 3,000 ratings right now, but this book is really about connection, so it's very parallel, and especially in terms between Ireland and the United States. And so it follows famous men throughout history that have gone to Ireland. So for like the first transatlantic flight, it follows that person, and then Frederick Douglass, who went to Ireland to raise money to free himself, essentially. And also it follows a senator who was involved in the peace treaty for the IRA. And so, parallel to these very influential and famous men, it follows 4 generations of women kind of crisscrossing across, from going from Ireland to the United States and then back to Ireland, and how these women have connected to these historical figures, and how their struggles and their personal journeys have connected to these people and these larger issues, how everyone's connected. And so that is what I really liked about this novel. And of course, for me, it was very, at least especially the Frederick Douglass portion of this, it was very poignant, to have like the story from Frederick Douglass' perspective of being black in Ireland and being so welcomed and being so well received and feeling like an entirely new person. And then you get the sense that, the reason why the Irish people at that time really empathized with Frederick Douglass was because they felt they were also being oppressed just like the black slaves in the South. That does have parallels, even though they're white. There's still prejudice against them, and it was kind of interesting to see that type of connection written in a novel. I know this is only a portion of the novel, and then the IRA is only like another portion within the novel, and trying to sort that thing out. It was just kind of hypnotic for me. I was really sucked in. It was just tranquil, sad, melancholy, but at the same time hopeful, and it was just, this book makes me want to go to Ireland. And I guess for another little more backstory of why also I want to go, my mother's maiden name is McCann, and on my mother's side is Irish, and especially even talked about it in this book, the Irish that actually went down to the South, of course, before the Civil War. So on that side are McCanns. I'm not going to go through the whole story of my family, but the thing is that my family still owns the land that my original Irish ancestor came over and bought. It's still within my family. So, I don't know, I think I kind of really connected to the story because it really was kind of complete, at least for me, in the fact that, it touched on transatlantic journeys, race, struggles to find your place and to keep your place. I really felt this book was all about connections, and it did it very, very well. I gave this book 4 out of 5 stars. I know, I wanted to give this book 4.5 stars out of 5. So yeah, I do recommend this book. I hope you guys enjoyed my review. Talk to you guys later. Bye.